What if I told you that this thin white line in the middle of the desert is actually one of the smartest houses of the year? Seems impossible, right? But this house in Joshua Tree breaks every rule of architecture. And that's exactly what makes it brilliant. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how a San Francisco architect managed to create a habitable sculpture that defies the most extreme desert conditions. And wait until you see the ingenious trick he used for the exterior color. To reach this house, you have to drive several miles on dirt roads in the middle of nowhere. You only see the occasional lost house here and there. And just when you take that final turn, bam, there it is, like a white apparition behind the rocks. Ryan Leidner, the San Francisco architect behind this project, had a brutal challenge. Create a house for painter Heather Day and her partner Chase that would function as both home and art studio in one of California's most hostile environments. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of fighting against the desert, Leidner decided to embrace it completely. He drew inspiration from something most architects ignore, the land art movement artists of the 60s and 70s. And in a moment, I'm going to show you exactly how that inspiration changed the entire design. Working in the middle of the desert means one thing: extreme simplicity. There's no room for errors or complicated systems, and this is where Leidner does something brilliant. See these exposed wooden beams? Most people think they're just decorative, but they're actually the brain of the entire house. Leidner used a super simple post and beam system, but the regular spacing of these beams literally defined where each room goes. It's like the structure was an invisible grid that organized all the interior life. But wait, because what comes next is even smarter. The house is made with wood framing and lime plaster stucco exterior. Why that specific combination? Because it can withstand the extreme fluctuations of the desert, from scorching daytime heat to intense nighttime cold. This kind of systemic thinking is exactly what separates elite architects from the rest. Now, imagine this. Your house is your art studio. There's no separation between where you live and where you create. Leidner drew inspiration from geniuses like George O'Keeffe, Willem de Kooning, and even the house Luis Barragan designed for himself. In all these spaces exists something magical, the perfect fusion between life and creative work. It's not that you have a studio in your house, it's that your house is the studio. Look how each space flows naturally into the next. The social area connects with the workspace, which opens toward the landscape. It's as if the house breathes along with the creative rhythm of its inhabitants. While most houses struggle to separate work and personal life, this one celebrates them together. And the result is, well, just look at the kind of spaces it achieves. And now we come to the most controversial and brilliant decision of the entire project: the exterior color. Initially, Leidner wanted to use a neutral color that would blend with the landscape. Sounds logical, right? Camouflage the house with the desert. But that was exactly the opposite of what he did. When they tested the neutral color, they realized something crucial. It actually detracted value from both the landscape and the architecture. The strong contrast of pure white doesn't compete with the desert. It celebrates it. It's the same principle used by the land art masters. Intentional contrast creates dialogue between architecture and landscape. And trust me, when you see the sunset photos, you'll immediately understand why this decision was pure genius. In the end, the high desert house teaches us something profound about modern architecture. It's not about imposing your vision on the landscape, but about creating an honest dialogue with it. That thin white line we saw in the beginning isn't an intrusion in the desert, it's a celebration of it. It's architecture that understands that sometimes, to truly honor a place, you have to contrast it, not camouflage yourself. Because the most powerful architecture isn't the one that disappears into the landscape, but the one that helps us see it with new eyes. What do you think? Pure white or neutral camouflage? Let me know in the comments if you think Leidner made the right decision.
And that's a wrap on this incredible desert house that's redefining what it means to live and create in harmony with the landscape. If you found this breakdown as fascinating as I did, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you want more deep dives into groundbreaking architecture like this. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos exploring the world's most innovative homes and the brilliant minds behind them. What other desert projects would you love to see featured? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one where we'll be exploring another architectural masterpiece that's pushing boundaries in ways you never imagined. Until then, keep looking at the built world with curious eyes.